trip to Zimbabwe last year, and our first church plant there got incredible things. So we just spent a couple of days there. The day I landed, we started a 2-day crusade there, but most of the emphasis and the time was on Mozambique. In Mozambique, the last trip that we actually took went through Malawi, and the team with Malawi went on into Mozambique. Debbie was on that trip, and we were in a whole different area of the country, but you could still see the gravity of the need and how that civil war had really ripped this country into pieces, and that even though it had ended for quite some time, the rebuilding of the country, both physically, but more importantly, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, was very obvious. But on this side of the Mozambican border, it was even more apparent. I don't know if it was because the city and the area that we went into was larger and more advanced, and these were smaller cities and maybe not as much attention placed upon these areas in the rebuilding of the country. So as we're leaving Zimbabwe and we get to the border, we do what we need to do through the Zimbabwean side of the border with our passports and all that. So we get into the car, the SUV, and I love to watch missions go full circle. I told you the last trip we came through Malawi because there was a team of Malawians that went with us into Mozambique to do missions with us. And so the same thing happened this time, only as we went through, spent a couple of days in Zimbabwe, there were 2 vanfuls, and then an SUV full, myself, and then Zimbabweans, as missions was going full circles. Wow. Full circle. I don't know what that does for you, but that's incredible for me.
Amen.
To see and watch God raise these to whom we've been going to do missions, to raise them up, to say, you know what, we still have needs.
Amen.
And we still have, our situations, but God has blessed us. Let's go do missions ourselves.
Amen.
So that is one of the areas that I see God moving, period, in the earth, but also with Dream Nations, is blessing us and raising up the Dream Nations family around the world, that even when, because we do so many trips, that a team from here, America, can't go, that He will surround us with a team of Africans.
Yes.
And go with us. That's what's happening. And so they go to get in the car to start it, and we'll start. Maybe the battery's dead. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. And so about 6.5 hours later, the car starts. Some wires somehow came loose in the alternator. How does that happen? The SUV belonged to our Dream Nations pastors there in Zimbabwe. And they talked about how they had absolutely no trouble with the car. Ever, period. The SUV. So we get to the border and we're going into Mozambique. And we're just feet away from entering into Mozambique. And the car breaks down because wires come loose in the alternator. The enemy did not want us to go. Don't go. In fact, at one time, our pastor looked at me and said, the devil's powers of hell do not want us in Mozambique. As we've gone before and ministered, we've literally heard the demons cry out, "Why are you people here?
Yes.
Why are you people here? We do not want you to come." Revealing the actual spiritual battle that goes along with going.
That's right.
Literally saying, we did not want you to come. And you can just fill in the rest of that. We did everything we could to keep you from coming.
Yes.
Don't go. But God.